I'm Joe Platt, and this is the making of Maverick.
I didn't take it as a joke. It ain't no joke, as Rakim said. It ain't no joke. I used to let the mic smoke. Now I slam it and make sure it's broke.
There's a lot of pros recording at home because there's no limits, especially if I was going to record in the studio. There's a limited time, and obviously it's very expensive. With the same amount of money I can buy all my own equipment, decent equipment as well, and just record and have as much time as I want to experiment with music all day, every day, with no distractions, no pressure. The worst thing about recording at home is singing, because I'm not a very good singer anyway, and I get very paranoid about the neighbours. I'd only record when my parents weren't home, especially like when I was working as well. I'd only have like one day off, and I had to do all my singing in that one day before my parents came home. I use my Guitar Hero microphone to record vocals, and it served me so well. I've used that since day one. It's not very good quality, but I kind of like that bad lo-fi kind of sound. I like distortion on my voice to make it sound thicker, and that already has it because it's a terrible microphone. One of my main guitars that I use all the time cost me £70. It sounds brilliant because of the way I know how to produce it from just practicing in my room. I can write a song in like a day, or it could take me like 2 weeks to finish a full song. It starts with inspiration from another track, or from an artist that I'm listening to. I'll feel how the groove is with the drums and the bass. I feel like they're very important. I'll start to just make chords. Maybe I'll add an extra track onto it with a lead guitar, and then I can kind of see the kind of vibe that the guitars give off, like if they're major chords or the minor chords. It'll set the mood, so I'll know where to take it. The melody will come first before the lyrics. Like, I'll finish the whole song and then I'll sing over it. If I write a song that's out of my range to sing, it'll just put me off the whole track and I'll leave it and never go back to it. There's a website called Genius which kind of analyzes lyrics, and I'll try and see what deeper meanings they have and how they rhyme words or use metaphors. Usually I play dream pop music, which is Tame Impala, Mac DeMarco, Splash, all those kind of bands. They're like a big influence on me. Kendrick Lamar being a big one recently. A$AP Rocky, Kanye West obviously. Kind of try and take certain parts from their music into mine, so I'll take the melodies and maybe drum beats from the hip hop kind of style, and I'll take the big dreamy guitars from Tame Impala and Mac DeMarco and stuff and try and force it into one.
This the real world, homie, school's finished. They just stole your dreams, you don't know who did it. But this pimp is at the top of Mount Olympus. Ready to the world's games, this is my Olympics. I treat the cash the way the government treat AIDS. I won't be satisfied till all my niggas get it. I won't be satisfied till all my niggas get it. Is hip hop just a euphemism for a new religion? The soul music of the slaves that the youth is missing. But this is more than just my road to redemption. My road to redemption, my road to redemption.
Sampling is something I've only just been experimenting with recently. When I recorded my other album, JPesus, I got done for a copyright claim, but luckily they didn't take my video down, they just monetized my video, and that kind of made me feel a bit sketchy of sampling music, but I didn't want it to stop me. I think I just found, I was actually looking at loads of different artists, freestyle, just so they didn't have any music in the background which I could try and sample. Kanye West in particular was kind of great because it was dead on beat, so I knew it wouldn't be too much work to sample it and get it in tag with my track. And it was actually such a surprise when I put it into the song that I wanted to use him on. It worked perfectly, he was in key. I didn't have to do much flex time editing on the actual computer because it was basically the same BPM. I've never really tried to work with other people. I've got friends that are musicians but aren't doing music courses, so I feel like that's a great opportunity to get them involved and be creative. Especially my friend Connor's just bought a mandolin, and I've never actually used one before in my songs. I've never even played one, so I thought that'd be fun to get it on a track.
I need something to call and knock me off my feet so slow.
I had a lot of dance tracks, hip-hop tracks, even like heavy rock tracks as well, which none of them made on the album. Most of them didn't really fit sonically with the album that I was going for, and from the albums that I was inspired by. There were so many tracks left over from Maverick, probably like 2 albums worth, and I am working on a Maverick Part 2, which will be like the collection of my favourite songs that never got onto the album.